Okay, almost there. Malagan display and mask from New Ireland New Ireland province from Papua New Guinea. It's from the 20th century. Wood, pigment, fiber, and shell. The art of this area tends to focus on mortuary ceremonies, so death ceremonies. The Malagan is the name not only of the kind of mask, but of the ceremony itself. So essentially these were done they weren't for funerals, they were after the funerals because these masks take an incredible amount of time and expense to create. So they would be worn by dancers during a post-funeral event, ceremony. Oftentimes, because these masks and these statues are so expensive to create, actually often families would join together and pool their money to have one ceremony for multiple family members, and it can take anywhere from a couple months to a couple of years to get the money and have the masks made, etc. The purpose of the ceremony is to send the souls of the departed into the realm of the dead. I suppose they're in some kind of limbo state until then, so it's really important that you try to do it as quickly as possible, but sometimes money doesn't allow. Each sculpture represents the individual who has died, whether it's a mask or a statue. You can see there are statues here. Each sculpture represents the deceased and his or her relationships with ancestors, clan totems, living relatives. So obviously each one is an individual, and so each design for a mask is used once and only once. And after the mask is completed, or after the ceremony is completed, the masks are either burned or left to rot. They're not useful anymore. They have served their purpose, and so they're usually discarded. Note for what I wrote down there. So obviously this is a big celebration time. It's not a time of mourning because it takes place after the funeral, a couple months at the earliest after the funeral. So it's a celebration time. So we mix, there's that ritual, the performative aspect all wrapped up in there as well. You'll notice that only those in the community who were respected were allowed to do the dances. We've seen things of that kind before. Okay, I think that's that. Yes, all right, so 223, presentation of Fijian mats and tapa cloths. Tapa is the bark cloth. I've already talked about that, mentioned it. This to Queen Elizabeth II in Fiji, Polynesia. This was a performance, and so as noted here, in December of '53, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, they went on actually a huge tour of all the British, of the Commonwealth, and Fiji is one of the places they went. And so there was this grand ceremony, and they presented the Queen and her husband with one of these great cloths, which I've talked about the importance of the ritual and of the cloth before with the bark cloth. The great thing about this, and we'll watch this in class, unless you want to watch it earlier, is that, so obviously bold, and I've talked about the geometric patterns with the cloths. We actually have a video of the event, and so we're going to watch some of that in class on Friday. It's really cool. So finally we actually get to see something in performance. All right, that's it. I think I kept under the 30-minute promise, so I'm pretty happy about that. I know I talked fast. Yeah, all right, thanks for watching.